The former Fort Ord Army Base, located on the scenic Monterey Bay, is home to some of the most beautiful and diverse wilderness in the state. Since its closure in 1994, much of the base's 28,000 acres have become public lands and are now available for hiking, biking, and horseback riding. The Fort Ord Public Lands, as they are now called, offer over 80 miles of trails with many species of rare plant and animal spread throughout its various ecosystems. With so many distinctive types of terrain, the Army was able to use Fort Ord to train its soldiers in a variety of combat settings, from coast to dunes to forest. They built an extensive network of trails and roads to access the various areas of the base for training. As a result, the base is now crisscrossed with miles of interwoven single track that wind through its lush forests and grasslands. The diversity of the terrain on the base make it ideal for mountain biking and cross-country riding. On one short ride, you can encounter rolling hills, winding single track, and white-knuckle downhill runs. The varied terrain keeps the ride exciting and dynamic while inviting exploration into the depths of the base. There is always something new to find out there, some hidden trail or scenic vista waiting to be discovered.
The reward is when you climb a big hill and you work your butt off going uphill. The reward is the downhill.
Well, it's the downhill, but it's also the view from the top of the hill.
And the view from the top, right.
Yeah.
A unique range of climatic, topographical, and soil conditions present on Fort Ord combine to give it 11 distinct ecosystems, including maritime chaparral, vernal pools, and coast live oak. These different habitats overlap throughout the base to provide a home to a wide range of plants and animals, including 44 rare or endangered species.
In early spring, there's lots of lakes, more lakes than anybody would ever anticipate. Yeah. And they're always full. See ducks and geese and wildlife going to the water.
Great wildflowers.
Wildflowers.
The wildflowers are beautiful, it is.
Yeah. So.
World-class riding trails, breathtaking scenery, and natural diversity combine to make Fort Ord a playground for cyclists of all styles and skill levels. Nearly anywhere you go on the base, you are likely to encounter some building or training ground, abandoned and empty. These tattered remnants of Fort Ord serve to remind us that this base was once a bustling military training ground, with over 1.5 million troops having trained on the base during its long history. As these buildings slowly deteriorate, Fort Ord is undergoing a transition. Renovations and new developments are occurring elsewhere on the base, while the community works to repair the areas that have been damaged by the military.
This is the last bit of open space, real open space that we have. So it's like having your own park in your own backyard, but it's not really a park because it's part of nature.
Yeah, it's a great place. You can ride 20 miles some days and not even see anyone. And it's just a lot of wide open spaces.
The public lands were set aside to allow the local community to enjoy the beauty and history of Fort Ord, and will hopefully continue to remain in their natural state for many years to come.